Hey everybody, this is Matt from End Sickness. Today I'm going to be talking about how food sensitivities can actually be caused by mycotoxin exposure and mycotoxin antibodies. So first let me talk about something that's important. I am not a medical doctor. This is not medical advice. This is for educational and informational purposes only. So let me get back to the good stuff. So in my experience, after working with plenty of clients, going through this myself, seeing it with my daughter, if you have a number of food sensitivities, you have 10, 15 food sensitivities, you're reacting to everything, oxalates, salicylates, histamines, everything, right? If you're reacting to eggs, nuts, seeds, dairy, wheat, all that, then mycotoxins are almost always the actual root cause, okay? So if you have a broad array of food sensitivities, it's not always just about the gut, okay? Yeah, the gut is the problem, but what's causing the gut to be disrupted? It's the frequent, consistent mycotoxin exposure. I've seen this with clients over and over again. So if you have all these reactions, you say, well, how can mold cause me to have food reactions, okay? Well, when you have exposure to mycotoxins and you develop antibodies to these mycotoxins, what happens is as you inhale over and over again in your home, you react and react and react over and over again, and it makes your body hyper aware of anything could be a potential threat. And the foods that are the most likely to be potential threats are the ones you're consuming most often, so you start reacting to these things you're consuming. Next thing you know, reacting to wheat when you were just fine with wheat all your life. You're reacting to dairy after you're eating dairy every day for months, and you're reacting to anything. Almonds after seemingly not having issues with them. You're reacting to all these things, and the reason is because these foods typically are the ones you're consuming the most often, and since you have a leaky gut due to the mycotoxin exposure, these particles leak into your blood, these little food particles, and then your immune system remembers these foods, and when you start to eat them again, then we have a problem. But the key part to understand is that it's not because your gut is a wreck and you have to throw 15 antimicrobials at it, antibiotics, oil of oregano, berberine, and all these things you got to throw at it. No, it's simple. You got to remove the food irritants, focus on primarily the foods like your vegetables, your fruits, your potatoes, your rice, your beans, etc. And then after that, you go ahead and really examine the mycotoxin situation. See if you have a situation where mycotoxins are present in your home. You get the MyMycoLab test. It's the IgE MycoLab mycotoxin blood test. It's from mymycolab.com. And this particular test will show you if you have antibodies to mycotoxins. If you have high levels of antibodies, guess what? It's more than likely the cause of your food sensitivities. This is all great news, except for the part that you probably would have to move if it's through the roof. But there's lots of changes you can make before moving. This is what I help people with. I help them with mold exposure, mold illness, and help them get over it. A lot of the time, they don't even have to move by making all the changes that they need to in their diet, taking the right supplements, doing brain retraining and neural retraining techniques. So if you have food sensitivities, don't just buy into the idea that it's caused by this illness. It's celiac disease, or it's this, or it's that. Often it's mycotoxin exposure, chronic mycotoxin exposure combined with the wrong diet, combined with lots of chronic stress and some life-changing or immune-changing event like antibiotics or some death of a loved one or something. All these things combine together and they lead to food sensitivities, but mycotoxins can often be the #1 primary root cause of it. So if you have questions, feel free to reach out to me. Most of the time when you have severe food sensitivities, we're talking about a high amount of mold in your home or a high reactivity level. So it doesn't matter. You don't have to see mold in the home. It doesn't matter. All the places that I had reactions, all the places that my daughter had reactions, we couldn't see mold anywhere. It's about how sensitive you are to the mold, not how much there is there. So thanks for watching, everybody. Join my page. Go to my website, endsickness.org. Take care.